We're going to have them first, and the sisters are going to sing, and then Dan's going to come and do a devotion, and then we will collect the Lottie Moon offering. So everybody be looking in your pocketbooks for the Lottie Moon offering money. But we have a very special opening act tonight to open for the Sisters of the Silver Sage. We have William Lee Golden of the Oak Ridge Boys that's going to open for the sisters. If he's ready.
Alrighty then. We're going to get it up and pop out tonight, aren't we? Elvira, where are you, darling? Well, you know, I am in the house of the Lord tonight, and I just can't lie to you. I'm really not William Lee Golden. I'm Mark Ray, so let me get that up. I thought I'd just have a little fun with it. Did you like that? Well, that's it now for tonight. You know, they were talking about they don't eat before they go out on stage, and that's really a good thing. Because it causes indigestion problems and things like that. And back when I was performing and stuff, we had a dinner similar to this, and they had corn on the cob. And oh boy, do I love corn on the cob. So I said, well, I don't care if I get indigestion or not. I'm going to eat me some of that corn on the cob. Well, I had a big old mouthful of that corn on the cob, and they come grab me and said, come on, you're on. And I run out there. So they started playing, and I had to hit this E note real loud. I had to, and when I did, one of them kernels of corn come flying out of my mouth. Now, poor Paul Ray Smith, he was sitting in the front there, and he hit him right dead in the eyeball. He sure did. Well, you think that was a disaster, but it really wasn't that bad, because Paul Ray had a glass eye. So it didn't really hurt him, so we just got and cleaned that old corn off of him, got a little windshield wiper fluid there, and everything was just fine there. But I don't eat anymore either while we're doing that. I want to tell you a little bit about myself. A lot of you don't know me, about my history and my past and everything, but I used to be a fighter. A prize fighter back in my younger days. I was a pretty tough fella. My nickname was Talk to You Tomorrow, because when I hit you, you ain't gonna be talking to nobody till tomorrow. See? Now don't be laughing at you. You might not tell by looking at me, but I'm a very dangerous man now. See, you see that right there? That right there will knock out a 300-pound man. That right there. You see that right there? Well, I'm even afraid of it. Let me tell you a little bit about my family, and while we're at it here and everything, let me tell you about Papaw. Now, Papaw, he was a character, and I love to go over to Papaw's house. Papaw had a beautiful farm, and in the back of that farm, he had a lake. Oh, it's a beautiful lake, and he had an orchard around it. It had apple trees and pear trees and everything, and oh, I just loved to go visit Papaw. And one day we was out there working. Papaw said, boys, let's go out there at the orchard and get us some fruit. I said, well, Papaw, let's do that. I said, we go swimming while we're out there. And he said, well, come on, boy, go with me. So he goes to the shed, and he gets a bucket, and off we go. Well, as we got up near the lake, we heard this splashing and a laughing and a giggling and going on. And I thought, what in the world? Well, when we got up over the hill and looked down there into the lake, there was 3 ladies in there skinny dipping. They was. Now, I was just a young fellow. Oh, I tickled it. I said, Papaw, are they going to get out of the water? Are they going to get out of the water? He said, boy, I believe they'll get out of the water. He said, just calm down. He said, now, Papaw was cool as a cucumber. It didn't bother him at all. So Papaw, we go walking down through there, and Papaw's got his bucket. We get down there, hold them women, say, oh, they start covering up. They said, how dare you, you dirty old man, you. You've come down here sneaking around, spying on us and everything. Well, you ain't nothing but a pervert. We ain't going to leave until you leave first. Papaw said, now, hold on just a minute. I didn't come down here to spy on you. He said, I didn't even come down here to run you off. Papaw looked over at me and winked. He held that bucket up. He said, I just come down here to feed my alligator. Now Papaw, he was a character, but dear old Dad, now he was a character too. I went to visit dear old Dad over the holidays here, just recently at Thanksgiving, and we were sitting in there talking, watching television, when this commercial came on about getting your teeth whitened. Now Daddy told me, he said, now shut up, boy, I'm interested in this. Okay, so, well, they talked about what a bright, spectacular, dazzling smile you could get for $39.95. And it spit out this phone number. Well, Dad, he grabbed the phone, he starts dialing them up and everything. They answer phone. He said, I just heard your commercial on television. I'm thoroughly convinced all that stuff's just a bunch of hooey. He said, now what makes you any different from the rest of them? He said, now, sir, we have a proven formula. And for $39.95, your teeth will be whiter than they've ever been in your entire life. And if you're not happy with it, you don't pay us a nickel. Oh, Dad. Well, I'll be dogged, he said. You sold me. He said, where are you located at? They said, we're at 7200 Kingston Pike. May we go ahead and schedule you an appointment? Oh, no, no, he said, that ain't be necessary. I'll just put them in the mail in the morning. Oh, Lord. Well, it's time's winding down. I guess let me tell you one more little story here before I turn it over to these lovely ladies here. You know, I told you I was a prize fighter. You know, I really was. Done a lot of fighting. When I got too old, I retired. So I was a trainer. And I found this young man. He was a very talented wrestler. Very talented young man. So I worked with him. And we started winning fights. We'd win fights here, we'd win fights there. We went all over the country. And the fella, he finally worked his way up to the title match. And I was so proud of him and everything. Well, the night before the fight, I called him off to the side. I mean, we was getting ready to go. I said, now listen, son. I said, that fella that you're fighting tonight, I said, he's a mean rascal now. I said, he's got a hold called the pretzel. And if he puts you in it, well, it's all over with. I said, they ain't a human being in the world can get out of the pretzel. He said, don't you worry about a thing. I've come here to win. Patted him on the back. I said, go get him, boy. Well, they rung the bell, and they got out there, and they was facing one another off, see. You know how them wrestlers do. They feeling one another out, checking each other out and everything. Well, they started to fight. I never seen like a fight in my life. They was tearing their clothes. Their shirts was flying off. They was just beating one another half to death. They was fighting so hard that their shoes flew plumb off their feet. Went rolling across there. Then it happened. That great big rascal grabbed my boy and throwed him in the pretzel. Oh, he did. I ain't lying. I sat there and watched it with my own eye. Put him right in the pretzel. Well, of course, it was over. I just threw my hands up and started walking away. Well, as I got to the dressing room, I heard the crowd erupt in a roar to which I had never heard before. So I come running out there to see what was going on. Lo and behold, there was my boy standing in the middle of the ring with his hand up in the air. Yes, sir. He sure did. Not only did he get out of the pretzel, he beat the tar out of that big rascal. I seen him laying there on the floor. He was unconscious. Beat the tar out of that big rascal. Oh, I was so proud of him. I was hugging him. I was patting him on the back. I was his son. I said, tell me, how'd you do it, son? How'd you do it? He said, well, it's like this. He said, that big rascal grabbed me and wadded me up in the awfulest knot I have ever been in my life. And when he hunkered down on me, things started going black. He said, just as I faded away, or started to fade away, I just happened to notice a big old hairy toe sticking right in my face. So I just hauled off and I bit that toe as hard as I could. I said, good night, son. Is that what made him let you go? He said, well, not exactly, but you'd be amazed what you can do when you bite yourself on the toe. Have I got time to sing the song for you? Okay, let me sing a little song. Hey, where's them shepherds? All right. Go in the press. What is it? Oh, wait. Well, I'm a lot better joke teller than I am a guitar player and a singer. That's a matter of opinion, I guess. Let me see if this thing's in tune here. Oh, that's beautiful, ain't it? Does that sound all right? Pretty good. What chord was that?
Close and upper swing.
Well, okay. Well, I don't know what chord that was, but it don't really matter. I wrote this little old song many, many years ago, and this is a song of a little boy. He didn't have a mom or a dad, and this very kind gentleman took him in, and the name of this song is Sinclair and I That's what Charlene told me to say, because that's proper, Sinclair and I, but really, it's me and Sinclair. That's the name of it. And I've always regretted not calling him Dad. And I'll always remember the good times we had. Yes, I will. I spent my love, now who was he? He's a man that I loved and looked after me. Sinclair Lewis, he worked hard every day. Sinclair's in a better place. Yes, he is. Now I'd like to turn this thing over to three of the most charming ladies that I've ever had a pleasure to meet. Very talented, the Sisters of the Silver Sage.
Thank you. Thank you very much.